Alright, so today on the wonderful, lovely Gamingmadirocks, to let you guys all know that today I'm going to be starting something a little bit different. This isn't going to be a 20, 40-minute long podcast. This is just to see if you guys want a podcast on this channel, see if you guys want something like that. If I do the podcasts, I will basically be trying to release them on Saturdays in the afternoons. Maybe say 3 o'clock. So that, that's going to be 3 o'clock my time though, just to let you guys know. But we will get into this. So today, we're going to start by doing 3 topics. The podcast is going to be based on 3 topics, and I'm going to do it myself. Now, the other person I'm going to be trying to see if I can get into is my good old buddy, Scarlett. I don't know if he wants to be part of it, but, So today, we're going to get into talking about 3 things. The first thing is, this happened, there was a report last week. No, I'm not going to show you guys any of my fact-checking. I will put fact checks down below where I got some of this. The last topic on this isn't going to be, it's going to be my opinions on the Nintendo Switch Pro. We're also going to be talking about the PlayStation Store closing. And we're also going to talk about the Balan Wonderworld user scores. Now, basically, this is going to be coming out today, on Monday. But I'm going to be doing a kind of like a longer, more thought out podcast on Saturdays, where I'm just going to be live, probably, see if I can do it. But it won't be this week, because I want to give a little bit of time. I'll give it about a couple weeks before I do decide, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to go for it. So, and today I was supposed to be live for Apex Legends, but I was like, you know what, let's do something different. So, we're going to we're going to start with that PlayStation Store, rumored to be closing. Now, these aren't PS Store closings as in terms of PS4, PS5 closings. These are the PSP, the PS3, and the PS Vita. Now, the PSP and the PS3 is going to be closing in July. Vita will be closing in August. Which is sad to say. Apex, going in and seeing, not Apex Legends, but going in and seeing the things that you bought. Like, let's say you bought that Final Fantasy VII, that PlayStation Classic. Okay? And you happen to get it, and, what's going to happen if you wanted to be able to play the Final Fantasy VII on your PS3 and you didn't have the discs? You wanted to be able to play Beyond Good and Evil. You wanted to be able to play that Call of Duty Modern Warfare, or wanted to be able to play the Tekken 7, or playing whatever game that you wanted to play. It's sad that we have to see these stores go. Remember when the Wii was around? Well, the Wii store is gone. What happens to say that you go to the Wii, you buy these games, they can just end up ripping them out at any point. What's going to happen? That's a sad reality of digital. And a lot of times when you go in and you say that you want to buy these stuff, you should probably hurry up and buy these before they're gone. Because if there's games that you've really been eyeing on the PS3, you should probably pick those up now. The PSP, the PS Vita. Remember, you're eyeing on those, you should pick them up before they're gone. Games that probably have that code in them are probably going to be gone. You can't please Everybody can't be pleased because you can't go out and buy the stuff from the store. Now, for me, I would rather collect the physical releases of stuff. So if there was something on the PS2 that you guys want me to see or want me to check out, please put them down in the comments. PSP and Vita stuff. I don't have a Vita, by the way, and I'm not planning on getting one. But the next thing is we're gonna be getting into that Balan Wonderworld thing. Now, mind you, I got this the user score thing. You guys can go check out Metacritic. Basically, what's happening with the user scores over there is there's something going haywire with Balan Wonderworld over there. You go look at the stores. If you go over to if we go look at Metacritic and we say, let's go to here, Balan Wonderworld. Okay. You go in here and it was like, earlier today, it was like the user score, you can tell if we go over here and we look at, we look at the user score here. It says it's an 81, but it's like a 60 here. Well, the problem is a lot of it is, there's only one critic reviews, but if you look at the user reviews, like a lot of these, like earlier today, it was like a lot of these were basically, like, see right down here, this guy, it's bots, because you can say go Crash 4 instead if you want to play this kind of. Okay, yeah, no, okay, never mind. But it was earlier today. It was just like, it was problematic with a lot of the store user scores being like, some of these were really horrible, really bad user scores. Like, you would see that they were bots just sitting there spamming away at telling you that you had the game being there, that it was crappy, but the bots were there. They were basically giving it a 9.8 out of 10, a 9.8, and it was basically a lot of these were making of it. And you can't say about too much about it anyways. And you can't say that bots will sometimes go through and mess up that user score. So just be on the lookout that if a big major critic, like from Metacritic or from like IGN or things, look at those. If there's an outlier that has a general $80 or 80 score, but the rest of them have like a 50, but you see it from like IGN has it at 80, but other people have it at like 50, that's different. But if you see like a user score that says it's like, oh, it's 50, but then the user score says it's 8.1 or a 9 or a 10, you're gonna be like, wait, what? Okay, was the critic being wrong or was the users being wrong? Look at the comments. Do they look like that they're bots? Okay, 'cause some of them look like that they're bots, and so that's kind of basically like, it ruins the mojo of people wanting to be going out and buying Balan Wonderworld. Don't go out and buy it. I've played it on the Switch. I've seen a few reviews saying that it was horrible, that it's basically just a lot of repetitiveness, and they were trying to bank on the users to kind of get them up, so that people would go out and go and buy it. Don't go buy something unless you look at YouTube reviews, look at the major publisher reviews and other things before you go out and decide to buy a game day one. Now, if you happen to know, you like Call of Duty, okay, go back and look at, you go and say you bought last year's Call of Duty, you're going to buy it again this year, or whatever, and it's one pre-order. Yeah, that's going to be a different story because that's coming from a reputable franchise. Yeah, you might have, if you disliked it this year, don't go wait next year, see other people's reviews. Okay, you bought it this year, you liked this year's Call of Duty, but next year's Call of Duty was horrible. You gotta think about that. The other thing is that next we're gonna get into that Nintendo Switch Pro rumors. Now this one. Now these are a lot of things. A lot of these things are kind of some things that I want for the Nintendo Switch Pro. Okay, I can say, the biggest thing I want is I want them to be able to have more RAM in the Switch. I would say like 8 gigs of RAM would be okay. OLED, they're talking about putting the OLED in there. A new chip would be, if we go all out and say that there's not a Switch Pro, but there's a Switch 2 coming out with backwards compatibility to the Switch, I would definitely buy the Switch. But, I can't really say, yes, I'm going to there. But I'm kind of hoping that, the Switch kind of comes to the point of that we have the mentality of being able to, have Apex Legends. Is the biggest thing I really want Apex is to be able to run at 60 FPS. And so I want the Switch to be able to run 60 FPS rather than 30. The limiting factor of the Switch is that hardware. It's going to be that way. Making sure that we have a 60 FPS running for that Switch right now is hard on some games. You can't get Apex Legends. You can't get some of these high-tiered games at 60. You go and play Apex. I'm going to tell you, when you go play Apex, make sure that it's disconnected from the crossplay. Don't enable crossplay for other people. More or less, go play crossplay disabled on the Switch version. The other thing is I want to let you guys know that the other part of it is that I hope that they come out with DLSS, because it's NVIDIA, and putting that in the Switch is going to maybe help with that a little bit. Maybe we will be able to get that less frame stutter in Apex, less things. If we can get 720p 60 FPS on a Switch, I'm going to be more happy than getting a 1080p 30. Okay? For me, a better frame rate than resolution. Now, I don't want to see 480p. I don't want to see like lower end components, because if our phones can come out with, with a lot of storage, why can't the Switch? Why can't the Switch at least come with double the storage? I hope that the Pro comes with double storage. At least, maybe even go triple storage. But if they can come out with at least double storage, that'd be great. I would love for them to do that. Apex just needs to be improved with better frame rates and stuff. Other games, other stuff. It's just horrible that we have to rely on that. A lot of third-party games like Control is cloud-based. The Hitman game is cloud-based. I want that stuff to be where the Switch kind of takes it to a whole new level to make sure that the Pro has just an improved state. If we can get DLSS on the Pro, if we can get the more RAM on there and a little bit more double the storage, I think I'd be okay with that. If we can maybe even a little bit better chip. Just a slightly little bit of a better chip. Not much. what's limiting is that RAM. If they could improve the RAM, just call it new Nintendo Switch, Switch Advance. I would love Switch Advance. Calling it something other than Switch Pro, I don't know if a Switch Pro would be any indication, but I hope that it's either Switch Pro or Switch Advance. I'd prefer the Switch Advance over that. But so if you guys want to see a more detailed out podcast for the Nintendo Switch and other games, please do let me know down in the comments. If you guys want to see a full, much more live-oriented podcast, a little bit more of a live-oriented podcast, or just a podcast in general, where I bring on a guest like Scarlett. I'm just going to do it one time. I want to do that, maybe kind of be able to go through and talk about these things in the future. It's going to be coming right down to it is Apex, or a lot of these things are going to have to be a little bit updated for the podcast, of course. It'll be much more fluid, much more topic oriented. I will try to think of more topics. Today was just an off the cuff little bit of a podcast thing. I will try my best to get much more into podcasts down the line, where it's actually a lot better, a lot more smoother, and it's going to be once a week, where I'll still play Apex Legends. I'll still do that. I might do like every other week we do a podcast on Mondays. If I don't make it on Monday, I will try my best to basically try to be fluent in trying to do a podcast every Monday. At least every other Monday. Basically, if I do start this podcast, it won't be this week. Won't be next Monday. It'll be probably the following Monday, because this coming Monday, not today, but this coming Monday, I won't be able to do much. I'll still probably live stream and stuff, but I just won't be able to come back and do a lot of things into the future. But hey, before I do go, make sure you guys hit that like button, make sure you guys hit that subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next longer podcast. If you guys want, it'll probably be about an hour long podcast. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys do hit that like button. If I get at least 5 likes on this video, I will do more podcasts like this. If you guys want to see that would be great. So we'll see you guys later. Bye.